welcome to what was today the Great White North here in Canada. Yes, that's copyrighted. We know that, so thank you to the Great White North for that. But what a surprise to everybody this morning when they woke up and saw what was on their cars and on the ground today.
My friend, you know Jody Bryant in Georgetown. She's like my little sister. And she came on Facebook today and she said it's the line of the day for Friday when it snowed, folks. It said, it snowed all over my sunburn.
Yeah, that was good. I saw that. That was funny. So, yeah, welcome to the Canada, to anybody that was shocked this morning. Yeah, it's May, but you know what? I remember May 2-4's weekends where we had this kind of weather. You know, you just woke up and it was just absolutely miserable. Leah Lywood, Big Daddy Russ Horton, myself, Lee Lakin. We are in Lee's garage for our second episode.
And it's the debut of what?
Oh, what are we wearing? Look at the bright red jackets. Thanks to JV Clothing for these awesome jackets. Here comes Leah.
I have to show
we wanted to introduce our Acton dinner jackets.
These are our Acton dinner jackets. We'll be wearing these on every show.
Pretty much. It depends how hot it is.
Summer, it all depends, you know.
Yeah.
But,
we might just have them on the back of the chairs with us.
So we've got these Acton dinner jackets for not only the local Halton Hill show, but for our Top 40 timeline at Lee's Garage Show, which is coming on the air soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Very, very soon. We're almost there.
Almost there.
I want to talk about our sponsor of the day and of the week today on the radio station as well, our Halton Hills Online, is Tanner's Restaurant. Very busy tonight. They've taken so many orders that they're backlogged a little bit. But you can call them anytime if you like, 519-853-5231. But we actually ended up ordering from the Harp. So we want to thank Sam
so
and the crew.
busy over there. They're all friends here.
Oh, everybody gets along. We have a great time. I even know Andrea goes to the Harp and eats, and Sam and her husband go to Tanner's and do that as well. It's supporting your local businesses, and that's what we love to do here on Halton Hills Online. So once again, Tanner's Restaurant, 519-853-5231. They're at 40 Eastern Avenue. If you don't know where they are, then you are very, very new in town.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tanner's has been around for a long time.
Long time.
And the news is brought to you by Max Tires and Auto Sales. And, of course, it's time to get your tires.
People were questioning that this morning.
I don't know.
I didn't know whether to say it or not, you know what I mean? When you live in Canada, you know, you get bored with the weather. Just wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, I'm just coughing because I have a tickle in my throat. But the weather and everything, news, the weather is top of the news, I guess.
Really? Yeah.
When I looked out there, and I couldn't believe it. Gone from 36 degrees.
And you sleep at odd times, so when you would have woken up, it would have been well covered with snow by that point.
When I got up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it looked like Santa Claus was going to come down the road.
That's right.
I mean, you saw what I posted.
Yeah.
I never in my wildest
I blame
dreams.
her. Ever since she opened that thing on Facebook for the weather conditions, the weather's been awful.
It's been crazy. Tuesday we were at 30 plus degrees 36 degrees on Tuesday.
My house was 63 degrees today. I had to put the heat on.
I wrote the newscast in my studio with a heater.
Yeah.
Actually, just a portable
We actually
heater.
have one out here in the garage
right
tonight
here,
too. Right here. But we've got our nice warm Acton leather jackets on. And,
yes.
So,
Max Tires and auto sales, of course, and auto repairs. And they sell cars too. And they have 3 licensed mechanics in there, and they're very busy. Please call before you come in. Just don't come in because they're busy, and when they're busy, I mean they're busy. So there you go. And, of course, 905-873-9255.
And don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it. And they've got the lowest prices on town. And they're at 61 Guelph Street in beautiful downtown Georgetown, right across the street from Fred's Towing.
That's right.
All right. So the big news today, as of Friday, we have 50 new cases. We had 49 yesterday, so we're coming down from we were at 130 or
province-wide. We're seeing the numbers dropping. So
27 in Milton, which always seems to be a hot spot. 10 in Burlington, 7 in Oakville, and 5 here in Halton Hills. And those are the numbers today. But the numbers are coming down.
Yeah.
Even though Ford's still holding back. And I don't blame them. Let's hold back. You know, he's
Well, like I said, the way they've set the stages up, we were talking about it last week, that, really June 14th is going to be when we start to see some things expand a little bit more and a little bit more. So he's already kind of pushed, because they were talking June 2nd.
Yeah.
Now they're talking June 14th. So they've, just the way they've structured everything, I think we're going to see, come July, I think we're going to start to see some little bit more openings and whatnot. But it's funny because you talk about that, and they just allowed people to go out golfing, and then today happened, and
The golf courses were busy.
oh, they were packed until this happened. Because I bet you any money there was people out golfing today.
Oh, I've seen golfers out there, but it's not closed yet, and it's snow on the ground, so.
There was a power outage on Friday morning.
I heard about that.
Halton
There was
Hills.
today, too.
Yeah, but where I am in downtown Georgetown, we didn't get affected by it. Were you affected by it?
No, we didn't get anything.
You're in Cambridge. You're an out-of-towner now.
I'm an illegal alien.
But of course, the police are not happy in those situations because the lights all go out.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're having to stop what they're doing.
And be out in
And
this.
they'd be out in this stuff.
Well, even just, can you imagine a cop? It can't be their dream job to direct traffic.
No.
And the town of Halton Hills are adding 11 electric vehicle chargers on town property next month. And it's a partnership with Ontario Power Generation. This is all news from council. They're not really paying for themselves right now, but they will eventually.
Oh, yeah, that takes time. It
Yeah,
was
it
even
takes
like that bike share in Toronto took 10, 15 years.
This is a tender subject here. The councillors, our local councillors, are very disappointed with Habitat Humanity, Mississauga, Halton. For years, we've been trying to save the historic building. Of course, the Exchange Hotel, it's sitting right there at the GO station.
Right, yep.
And they took it down. And I must admit, my heart sank when they took it down, too. We're losing our buildings, They were supposed to, we know what they were supposed to do, but they didn't do it. So the councillors aren't happy about that. The final property tax rates have been set up for this year. We'll be baking a cake for that.
Yeah.
Final
People are happy about that one.
Final installment due dates set for June the 28th and September the 28th. And in December, council approved the town's operating budget net for levy requirements, which is just over $56,000. And Town Hall also getting a new sprinkler system. They have to, apparently. It's an upgrade according to the dry fire suppression system. They have to change the sprinkler system to another kind, and it's going to cost $160,000.
Well, that's better than I would have thought.
Yeah, but that has to be done, right? Once they tell you to do it,
You got to do
National
it.
Fire Protection Association have teeth, and
They
you
will
better do
shut
it.
you down.
That's right. So that's the latest news on the COVID numbers and news from council from the town of Halton Hills.
And like we say, this is our Loosey Goosey show, bringing you things on about town. And this is always a sign of spring, Big Daddy. Acton and Georgetown farmers markets are just about to open up for the season. The Acton market begins on June 3rd and happens on a Thursday evening from 4 till 7 p.m., as they always have pretty much, until October the 7th. The Georgetown market gets underway on June 5th and will happen every Saturday till October 16th from 8 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. The Georgetown Farmers Market is a busy, busy farmers market, but we need to get some more people out to the Acton one, and they hold it on Thursdays, a little bit different day than normal, but still a great place to get some fresh produce and stuff like that, and help local vendors as well.
Yeah, it's there's something about a farmer's market that really brings a community together too, and the fresh produce, we're buying from our area.
Exactly.
And helping our farmers.
Now, that being said, Georgetown vendors will be situated on Main Street South between Church and James Streets, and also in the Church Street parking lot as well, as they're going to be doing the social distancing thing with COVID restrictions and whatnot going into place. The Acton market will be on Willow Street North between Mill and Bauer, just in front of the town hall, like they have been the last couple of years. With the coronavirus continuing, the events have COVID protocols in place, which include distancing requirements additional cleaning measures, masks, and so on and so on. It's just, again, it's things.
Hopefully it's the last year we have to bring all this garbage.
Very much so. The Georgetown Market setting up a unique online platform where vendors can show their products and take orders, which will be available for pickup on Saturday mornings at the Backstreet parking lot. So there's
That's
a good
great
idea.
huh?
Almost a curbside kind of thing that they're doing there. So again, changing with the times and dealing with the pandemic.
This portion of the program, by the way, brought to you by Dare Candies. And these are our absolute favorites. I mean,
Gotta be careful. The bags.
Can you imagine working in the Dare Candy Company factory and being locked in there overnight?
There's a reason I leave them over there with you guys.
I know. Thank you very much for that.
And then
This is a strange story, and it involves my mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
Georgetown Mail has been charged with many counts of fraud-related offenses, followed by an investigation by Halton Regional Police. Now, in February, investigators identified a suspect in several fraudulent credit card applications where personal information from a number of Halton residents was used. The suspect compromised many Canada Post community mailboxes in Georgetown and in Mississauga and stole personal mail from residents. Now, we have our radio station, we have local artists. Now, Gord Fenley, a local artist, sent me his brand new CD.
Yeah.
I never got it. And that was 6 weeks ago.
What's this guy do with all this stuff he's getting?
Well, I guess he's a music lover.
My gosh.
Well, I'll carry
Must
on.
be a good CD, or he would have given it back to you.
Now, the information taken from the stolen mail was then used to apply for different financial services through banks and lenders. He's taking people's names and information and trying to get loans.
Getting credit.
On April the 28th, police arrested the accused and a search warrant was executed at his Georgetown residence where a significant amount of evidence was located. The 53-year-old suspect has been charged with 2 counts of fraud, over $5,000. These are good candies, aren't they? A couple of counts of unauthorized use of credit card data and theft from mail. So he's in a bit of trouble. Investigators believe additional victims will be found and identified through cooperation with other police services and financial institutions. So now listen closely. Residents residing in Georgetown with the postal code L7G.
which is
Pretty much
all of us.
It's all of Georgetown. All starts with this.
It's like we're L7G.
As well as Mississauga residents with L5N may have been compromised in this incident. So God knows what this guy's been up to here. Let's hope.
Well, they've at least caught him. They've
And can I would really like my Gord Fenley CD back, please.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to promote.
Because we know
music.
even in jail you can get on Facebook. So yeah, if you're watching this, we'd like our CD back.
Please.
Definitely. Well, Ontario's announced May 22nd that youth age group starting making vaccine appointments this weekend through the provincial booking system. Local health officials mentioned that it won't be the case here in Halton.
No.
They're still not doing the younger age group. Instead, we expect to be open to clinic bookings for Halton residents 12 to 17 years of age as of Monday, May 31st, stated Halton medical officer Dr. Hamaga Magani in a letter to parents sent out by the local school boards. Many of the neighborhoods throughout Halton have at least 50% or more of their eligible residents vaccinated with 1 dose of COVID vaccine, according to the numbers released from Public Health the other day. The numbers were shared with Regional Council May 19th, and Medical Officer Magani, who detailed the first doses of vaccines uptake in local residents aged 18 and over by forward sortation area, better known as geographical areas separated by the first 3 characters of the respected postal codes. So,
like L7G.
Yeah, they're kind of following that guy around. No, it's so by next week, the younger kids can go in and start their bookings anyway. So we're seeing that happening. They're saying 65% of Ontarians have had their first dose of vaccinations.
We're there.
On our way, people. We could actually maybe see a decent August, September, maybe, if the weather holds out for us. Because a lot of people are going for their second vaccination in August and September as well. So
I think we're headed to a brighter day. I think we've gone through hell for almost a year and a half, and I think that we should have some musicians in sing just to get the element.
We were hoping to have the band here tonight, but with the weather we have on this Friday that we record this,
we were supposed to be sitting in Tanner's patio.
Yeah, we were supposed to be at Tanner's.
No, thank you very much, not tonight.
But it's a little chilly out there, so we just postponed things. That's all we've done.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah, I guess.
Right. Okay, a railway crossing. This is a good
one.
Oh,
this one,
okay.
yeah.
You like this one? I like this story.
We wonder who lives on this road.
That's right. A railway crossing in North Georgetown is due to have train whistles permanently prohibited. Okay, this is serious.
As he
folks.
emphasizes that one.
Regional Council passed a motion during the latest meeting to stop trains from blowing their horns at the Trafalgar Road crossing right at the 20th Side Road there,
right.
Just behind Extendicare. And while there's still more paperwork and legal documents to be completed between, listen to how many people it has to go. All you want to do is tell them to stop blowing their horns. Now listen, you have to go through Halton Region,
right,
and then you have to go through the town of Halton Hills.
Okay.
And railway corridor owner Metrolinx, of course. Not forgetting Transport Canada. And then, but apparently it's all going to be done by the end of the summer. But don't forget Fred, Frank, Ken, Shirley have to okay it too as well.
Yeah.
But, there's Billy Bob, the engineer. But I can understand because it's right behind Extendicare
well, the
too.
seniors that are there, they don't always sleep more than a few hours a night sometimes anyway, so.
I slept beside tracks for almost 10 years, and I mean just as close as it is at Extendicare, with the senior in the home, and it was never an issue. Ever. You get used to it.
But you gotta remember, these seniors
and
just
people,
feel like a permanent residence all the time.
If
they come and go, right?
You can't tell me those train tracks weren't there when you bought the home. They didn't put new train tracks in. You bought the home with train tracks on it. So, yeah.
I think the drivers of the GO trains in downtown Acton have a sense of humor with those horns.
Oh, they love them.
And they're loud.
They love them.
You're sitting there. And it's like, okay, all of a sudden, whoa! And then he lays on the horn. It's like, okay, buddy, all right. He's having a bit of fun with it.
I know. I hear that. I still live by the tracks.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong side of the tracks, baby.
Yeah.
This is a sad story. We were talking about this off the air, and it's happening everywhere. This isn't just a Halton Hills or Halton Regional thing. Police are calling the information on a report on opioid-related deaths in Ontario during the pandemic absolutely jarring, stating those deaths went up 60% compared to the same time period from last year. 60% is a massive, massive increase.
There's a lot of people having problems right now with not only with depression, which leads, of course, to that.
Yeah, very much so. Just the COVID impact it's had.
I don't even think all of them are they're not meaning to overdose. It's just sitting by themselves.
Over medicating in a way, really.
Exactly. There's things going on where.
And these are normal people like you and I. Okay?
It's anybody.
Who've been grabbed by opioids.
And this is why we want to bring it to light. It is sad, but we need to bring this to light because we've got to work on mental health in just our day-to-day lives right now, because we are living such an opposite of what we were 18 months ago, and it's just become scary in a lot of ways. In a report posted recently, the Ontario Drug Policy Research Network mentioned that Halton Region was badly infected with cases here in Halton Hills as well as the rest of the region. The report mentioned widespread increases in rates of opioid-related deaths across all the regions of Ontario, and in this pandemic time, it's just,
As I was telling you off air, a gentleman who lives in Northern Ontario, I'm not going to name the town, says it's very bad in Northern Ontario. People are sleeping out They have no money. I mean, and you're talking Northern Ontario weather is a lot less friendly than down here.
Yeah.
A lot colder.
And a lot more distant, to get it's even more antisocial, I guess, is the best way to put it.
They don't have, even with the facilities we have that are crazy busy right now,
Yeah.
but they don't have the healthcare systems either that we have down here.
Yeah.
They're more limited.
Well, I'm talking a fair-sized city in Northern Ontario. I'm not going to name the city, but
still.
Well, North Bay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. This is what I'm hearing from someone, but they're having a major problem in North Bay and of course many areas. It's not just North Bay. It's
when you see numbers like 60% increase, that's when it becomes a scary factor. So, COVID's not just killing via means of the virus. It's killing because of the cause and effect.
The conditions it's causing,
and that's the sad part about it all.
And you got to remember, household violence has gone up dramatically.
Domestic, yeah, you're right.
I mean, the police have to deal with strange things through these time periods that they don't normally. They still do, but a lot more is happening.
Well, it's not even just husband and wives. I mean, kids, children.
That's a nice jacket.
That is
parents,
a nice jacket.
It's a nice jacket.
It's an Acton dinner jacket. We should sell these,
Let us know if you want to buy some Acton dinner jackets. Once again, thank you to JV for these awesome coats. They're super warm too. They're so comfortable.
They absolutely are. He's done a wonderful job. I'd like to say hello to the folks over at Symposium, of course. We always do
our
each
good
and
friends,
every week.
always.
And the town of Halton Hills is marking Indigenous History Month this June. This is coming up. With land and treaty acknowledgments and a curated selection of programs to honor the history, heritage, diversity, and creativity of Indigenous peoples. Residents are invited to learn more about the history, contemporary, and traditional arts and culture of Indigenous people in Canada, and to stay thoughtfully engaged in conversation and programs throughout the year. It's as a part. I'm going to quote Rick here, I think. Yes, and I am quoting him. As part of the town's commitment to advancing truth and reconciliation, we will be including a land acknowledgement at the beginning of council meetings starting at the June the 14th meeting, said Mayor Rick Bennett. The town of Halton Hills is located on treaty lands, of course, in territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation.
That's right.
That's where we are right now, right here.
Right here, baby.
And it is important that we recognize this and build relationship with Indigenous nations, of course. Programs from the Halton Gallery and the Halton Hills Public Library include free, virtual, and socially distanced offerings. So that's coming up next month.
That Halton Gallery is beautiful.
Isn't it?
It's a gorgeous place, man. I've been in it several times, and it's just an awesome place. Actually, the whole library is very well done.
The library works so hard, and of course, Leah has her own group there at Halton Hills Events and Information, which tells you, stuff that, about the town, little things here and things there. It's very interesting group, by the way, Leah. And of course, I post there, and we have a little part of the hour on the radio that we devote to that. And I've noticed that the Halton Hills Public Library have been posting many interesting things. They're keeping us happy. They're keeping us busy.
The cultural as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I noticed
that. There's a lot that goes on throughout that whole building.
Yeah.
It's just you got the John Elliott Theater there as well, and I love that theater. It's a great little theater. So been in it quite a few times.
I emceed once there, and the power went out. I remember I was in the middle of my shtick for Rosemary Schall.
Was it very scary?
And it was her dancing.
Oh, Rosemary Schall, yeah.
Yeah, Rosemary Schall. That's how you say it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she will smack your wrist if you call her Chalet.
No, she won't. Rosemary and I love each other. That won't happen. Right, Rose?
And of course, Ballroom Health. And she still has it. She's a great dancer, her and her husband.
Oh, very talented.
But I remember playing at the John Elliott, and the power went out. And but of course, we had a lot of fun with it. It was a long time ago now.
Oh, you start to improv at that point, right?
Of course, that's what it's all about. And But I remember and the John Elliott's beautiful. I mean,
It's a great little setup they've gotten there.
and
As I finish my candy,
the whole library is a beautiful building.
there's actually a rug hooking in the library that my grandmother did that's hanging
Really?
in there. Yeah.
You know what I like is the mural outside the Legion in downtown Georgetown.
That's very cool.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. And the murals are all downtown.
There's a few
Both
down there that
downtowns,
are very
Acton and
nice.
Georgetown.
Yeah, there's a
have
couple of
beautiful
them actually that are pretty cool.
There's one at Mill and Guelph.
Remember what I was
Well.
talking about there? Let's bring this up now because we're pretty dead for stories this week. There's not much going on, but I'd like every landlord in downtown Acton to agree to have their building painted a different color, just like St. John's.
Be
Don't you
like
think
the East Coaster,
don't-
baby.
Don't you think it would be like St. John's? You know where you go and you see a blue house and there's a red one over there, buddy, and
Over
there's
there,
a green
buddy.
one. Don't you think that it would brighten up downtown Acton? Because downtown Acton is gorgeous anyway. You know, it's a little. It needs a facelift. Let's face it. Don't you think?
Little nip and tuck.
I think that's
Little nip and tuck.
But you'd never get all of the landlords to agree.
Oh, I think that would be a struggle.
But we could, next summer we could get the whole town out. We'll come and
We can
paint.
start a petition.
You could,
Wouldn't it be cool?
Social media has
Wouldn't it
become a
be
very
cool?
powerful tool over the last couple of years.
Just
that's
think
for
of
sure.
how quaint downtown Acton is. It's beautiful. It's a little downtown. It's quaint. It's old. Paint them I think it would look awesome. I really do.
You just get about 30 people together and you do a flash mob painting at about midnight. So when people wake up in the morning, it's already all done, and it's
The landlords can't do anything about
yeah,
it.
exactly.
You know where they're heading if it happens now.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to Lee's garage.
I'm serious. I think it would be great for the community, and it's something that and the Acton dinner jacket, of course, is the other. And
Paint all the
but,
walls in the lumberjacket.
Yes.
In the patterns, different
The
colors.
neon.
Well, this was it,
Fine.
like when we were growing up, if a guy had the green and black lumberjacket, it was like, whoa. Most guys didn't have the green.
Red and black.
It was a red and black.
I
The
wore
blue,
red and black.
the blue and black was the other one.
This
But
is
it was
about-
kind of like the Crips and the Bloods and the Crips and instead of bandanas, we had our Acton dinner jackets.
We had the red and black
And
the
your
cougar
spit
boots.
bucket.
and a spit bucket.
We had the lumberjackets and the cougar boots.
And the
with
cougar boot.
with
Oh
the
yeah,
tongue hanging
the
out.
tongue
Yeah,
hanging
yeah,
out.
That's how we dressed in high school for
Yeah.
a few years there.
Or it was the high top sneakers, with
Yeah,
the tongue
yeah.
hanging out. And
You know what you don't see anymore? Back in the '70s when I was growing up as a kid, is girls in cut-off jean shorts. Don't see
You
that
didn't
anymore.
See I
I
anymore.
don't see them anymore.
oh God, you've got to open
I was
your
gonna
eyes,
say,
man.
Where have you been?
You got to open your eyes,
Well,
man.
less. Everybody was.
I see some of them and they're a lot
But you don't.
shorter than even we were.
But seriously, women don't wear skirts and high heels anymore. I guess it's a pain in the butt to dress like that every day, probably.
Too damn cold
And-
right
and
now.
but fashions have changed for women over the back
I
in the
miss the
'60s.
bell-bottoms.
Back in the '60s and '70s,
They
man,
were
I'll
mine.
tell you.
Their roles have changed too,
Yeah,
so
yeah. All right, so we still got construction going on, and there's other areas too in town. You're going to have to check the Halton Hills, Town of Halton Hills website. There is another list of construction areas. These are the main ones, the bigger ones. 15 Side Road, Trafalgar Road to 300 meters east of Trafalgar Road, resurfacing. And we've got fun and games in the south. Eaton Street, Miller Drive to Barber Drive, resurfacing. Hepburn Crescent, Argyle Road to Miller Drive, and we have resurfacing in Acton, Churchill Road, Tanners to Rockland Drive, and Crown Repair and Traffic Calming,
calm down, traffic.
down,
Calm down, traffic.
which I think means speed bumps, doesn't it?
I think that's what they're talking about. And
Why
I
don't
could- I
they
could
just
see
say
them.
speed bumps then?
Just to be
Traffic
difficult?
calming. I have a vision of Rick standing on the side of the road going, will you settle down? Come on, folks. This is your mayor speaking.
Oh my God, priceless!
Poor
I'd
old
love
Rick.
to see that video.
I love Rick.
Don't worry, we love Rick here.
Of
We're
course
not
we
laughing
do.
at him.
He's our friend.
Rick,
He came over with. He always hangs out with us when we're out.
Oh God, yeah.
When we went to we were in the parking lot there with the hockey.
No, Rogers hometown hockey. Yeah.
He left all his bags with us. Here, I'm gone. See you guys later.
Yeah, all his vegetables and fruit and stuff. Right. Started eating his carrots.
The thing I love about Rick, he's just a regular guy.
Yeah, he's a regular guy.
All right.
This story comes to us next from my pals at Acton Up, Chris Golden. Thank you, Chris, for this story because it kind of just happened the other day. But we want to let all you ladies know. Yes, it's kind of a graphic story because it involves chocolate.
It's upsetting.
It's upsetting, and I know a lot of guys like chocolate, but women love chocolate. On Tuesday, May 25th at approximately 1 p.m., fire engulfed a refrigerated trailer parked at the loading dock at the Cargill Cocoa and Chocolate Plant on 24 Ontario Street in Georgetown. 14 Halton Hills firefighters and 3 pumper trucks from all 3 fire stations responded to the call. And investigators pegged the damage around $160,000 to the trailer and the scorched structure and $40,000 to the contents of the trailer. The guys knocked the fire down quickly. The loading bay doors were open and some of the heat from the fire had activated one of the sprinklers inside the loading bay area. So what was left basically afterwards was cleanup and ventilation. And there were there for a few hours in doing some investigating, and there was some chocolate that perished. And unfortunately, ladies, there might be a chocolate shortage. Maybe.
Oh,
I couldn't see that happening though.
Oh,
no, I think they'll be good.
I think they'll be okay.
Have you ever had chocolate from there? It's good.
No, I don't know. I
used to live across the street. On
I know you
Street.
did.
We had a house there, and literally I could walk across the street. And there were times in the summer you'd be sitting there and it's like,
oh God, yeah, it would
just
be.
Was it beautiful?
It'd be heaven. It'd be almost orgasmic.
I used to have a buddy that worked there. He used to bring me a bag every once in a while, and good chocolates.
Kyle used to, I don't know if he still works there, Kyle Edgington. And Kyle worked across the street. He brought us a couple times. He brought us some
great product they put out of there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
coming to the end, and
well, we have local birthdays that I've been notified about, and we'd like to say happy birthday to Stacy Adams. Stacy Adams.
Happy birthday, Stacy.
On May the 24th. Of course, a lot of people
birthday.
in Georgetown know Stacy.
Yeah.
She's a great gal. Jason Waterworth had a birthday on the 25th at Georgetown. And we have Kaz Pitt. And it's her birthday today, and she's in Georgetown, South. Kaz is from Australia. She talks like this.
Every time somebody from Australia talks to you, it sounds like they're asking you a question.
I know.
Is it the accent that does that?
It is.
It's got to be.
It's the same in Birmingham.
Yeah.
In Birmingham, they talk real fast like Eric Idle on Monty Python.
Right.
And Liverpool, they slow it right down like this and walk like this.
It's because they're drunk.
Dave Presswood, friend of mine, great guy. Do you know Dave? A lot of people know Dave. He's a real character. Good guy. Happy birthday, buddy. I haven't seen you in a long time, and I hope you have a great day. And, of course, we got really old people.
Really old people.
Really old people. You want to do the old man voice, or you want me to do it?
All right. So, say, Sonny, what do you need over here?
Really old people with birthdays.
It's happy birthday to these boys and girls today.
Joan Collins.
Joan Collins. Here's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
88. God
Holy
bless her.
moly! I didn't even think she was alive anymore.
Here's somebody you might not know: Michael Constantine or Constantine. He's 94. Great old actor.
Oh wow!
94.
94.
Great old actor. He was on Room
You say
222.
94?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was on Room 222. Peter Nero is 87. Richard Benjamin is 83. Bernard Shaw, the news guy on CNN.
Wow.
He is 81. Tommy Chong.
Yeah.
Want to guess how old Tommy Chong is?
I think they said he's 84.
83. Yeah. Far out.
Wow, man.
Bob Dylan.
Wow.
Bob Dylan is 80. Bob Dylan. Irwin Winkler, who's a big film producer. He's 90. And he made all the Elvis movies and Raging Bull. What else did he do? Right Stuff. He made Goodfellas. So he's a great movie. Tom T. Hall. He's 85. Tom T. Hall.
Really?
I love
really old people.
I love little baby ducks. Don't you remember that song?
No.
Do you? I'm starting.
No, I would never compete.
Most of the ones you say I do,
baby
but I
ducks.
don't remember that.
All right.
No.
Henry Kissinger. You want to take a
Oh
guess
my
at how
God.
old Henry is?
He's got to be 90.
98.
I was going to say,
Holy crap.
100, so I was closer
Yeah.
than you.
Secretary
Wow.
of State for the United States and probably one of the biggest figures of the 1970s in worldwide politics. Ramsey Lewis, great jazz player, 86. Lee Merriweather, the actress, is 86. And finally, Lou Gossett Jr.,
Wow.
84.
Wow.
84. And we're not going to do anyone in their 70s because we'll be here all night.
Yeah. Oh my
know.
God. Because those are really, really old people.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there sometime soon, my friend. So.
Oh, bite your tongue. You
Well,
baby.
the only reason I talk about it is the amazing fact they've made it into their 80s.
Well,
and God
absolutely.
bless them. And it's nice that
Absolutely.
you're still with us. And, you know, there's so much talk about people dying. These are people that are still alive.
Yeah.
You know, and this person
And in
died
some
today,
cases,
this
and in some
person's still
cases,
alive.
still a productive member, you know, doing what they do
Well, look
and
at
love
Dick
what
Van
they do.
Dyke,
you know?
man. He's in his 90s and he's still going
I
strong.
love Dick Van
He's
Dyke.
dancing around
Always
and
loved
oh
him.
my God, the guy's
Him
amazing.
and Mary Tyler Moore back in the Dick Van Dyke show, I could have
Back in the day.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I loved that show.
So did I.
I used to run home from school when I was a kid in Mississauga, Credit Woodlands. That's where I grew up. And I remember I used to get out of school at 12:10 for my lunch, and the Flintstones were on at 12:30 on Channel 9, so I had to get home and watch
I
that.
do recall.
And so I would miss the beginning of the Flintstones, and I've
Meet
seen every
the
episode.
Flintstones. It's
And
a
the same thing in the
time.
afternoon. I used to come home and watch Commander Tom. Tom Jones, God bless him. Remember
Oh
him?
my God, yes.
Hey?
Oh, jeez.
Superman, the original Superman was on. I wish I was a kid. I am still a kid inside.
Still are. I was just
You guys know
The
that.
bananas.
The monkeys. And
The
Remember
bananas?
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes.
I remember the first time I brought that up on Facebook about 5-6 years ago and posted a little video of it. And the response I got from people that were just like, oh, my God, I haven't seen that. And, you
Never
know.
heard of it. Don't think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But, all right, well, today's news brought to you by.
And we're brought to you by Max Tires, of course, as always. And we want to tell you, of course, community is driven by community. You navigate.
We drive.
And Max Tires can be found at 61 Guelph Street in downtown Georgetown. They have licensed mechanics. They sell cars, too. They have large vehicle inspection.
Yeah, commercial inspections, that's right.
Please call ahead. And the number is 905-873-9255.
Still looking at it.
And don't you forget it. And of course, I love it when you say that line on the Fred's Towing commercial on the radio. Don't be upset if you're out there. Well, of course they're going to be a little pouty. They're on the side of the road. Does such a great job on that Fred's commercial,
Yeah.
doesn't he? But anyway, yeah.
I don't even hear it anymore, so it kind of just blurs through the brain.
What was it that McGanny said the other day there? That if we wear 2 swimsuits that we can actually pee in the pool?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that was the latest thing.
I don't know.
One thing that we wanted to mention too.
That was a
just
joke.
It was a joke.
Went
just
right
a-
over her head.
No, I
She's-
just was
she's
thinking about
focused.
something. I'm in 5.
She's focused and thinking about the thing with Grannies that we're
Yeah.
going to be bringing up in the upcoming weeks. There's a very cool thing with Grammys recycling that is going on with
Well, it's actually not just Grammy's recycling. It's actually Grammy is helping. out
Yes.
her granddaughter,
Yeah.
who is actually involved in a program now where she could win a $10,000 scholarship. She's in her 4th year, I believe, at McMaster's University. So there'll be more forthcoming information
Yeah.
on that. We've got some stuff we're going to be posting next week. But anybody that has anything that's e-waste, please do go to the back of Grammy's building in order to leave it there, because the more she gets, the better the chances
chances,
for
yeah.
her to get this scholarship. So let's help her out. And as I said, we'll be posting more about this. But yeah, bring the e-waste to the back of Grammy's.
Yeah, that's the best thing we can ask for you right now, because I've seen a lot of people posting online where they can take stuff because Wastewise is not really existent
Well,
at this point.
39 Guelph.
They take it as well, but
Yeah.
this is another really good cause
Yes.
as well. So, and the nice thing is you can literally just drive around the back of Grammys. They'll take it off your hands, and you keep driving on your way through, and there's distancing and all the good stuff. So
Well, and the other thing that I didn't say, which there'll be more information forthcoming, is that it is not just for the scholarship for her. They will also be donating laptops and miscellaneous things with this that don't go to her. They actually, I believe, are being donated to other areas where they're needed. So there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on there. So, but the main thing right now is the more electronics we collect and get to Grammys, which is now at where Adams Rental was, right across from Canadian Tire. So get your stuff over there. Clean the garage out and your basement and your attics and whatever of all your electronics.
You said that the mayor was involved? Rick was...
That'll be forthcoming next
year.
Yeah.
We're trying.
I've been working with the mayor's office.
We'll see what we can do.
With his partner, or his assistant, Sherry, is working with me to see if we can get a little something.
Sherry's a great gal. I mean,
Sherry.
plus you got to understand the man. He's probably busy right now too, the mayor.
Well, and to you know, as always, we love to support our local youth and youths. We got some youths involved. We love to support them, and especially when they're talking about education.
Absolutely.
You know, absolutely. And if we can get this girl, and it's very cool, and to recycle your electronic items. They don't belong in the waste in the dump anyway.
Oh, no.
So drop them off to Grammys. Like I say, she's located, or they are located, at the old Adams Rental, right across from Canadian Tire. So yeah, take all your electronics to her.
Don't forget we have radio, folks. Big Daddy's on in the morning. Leah is on middays. Lee Lakin, Halton Hills Online Radio from 2 to 6. We have Moose Tracks on from 6 to 7, and of course the Gatekeeper nights and the overnight show. But on the weekends, we've added another feature this week, which is kind of exciting for us, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. Saturday and Sunday mornings from 6 to 9, we have Seniors Graffiti for those of you that are seniors, of course, and those of you that want to be seniors, that like Chuck Berry and Elvis Presley and all the stuff before the Beatles. We call it the jukebox era.
There you go.
And
That's
it's
a great way of putting it.
Saturday and Sunday morning graffiti. Then we have oldies 9 to noon, and while you're having your breakfast and sitting in the kitchen and arguing with your wife, you can listen to that. And then the country, of course, because we are Halton Hills. We're not GTA, folks. Sorry. We have a lot of country fans in Georgetown, and Acton, and our surrounding areas. And which is another thing we'll talk about with the other country station there that want to get involved with us. And of course, we have our radio show on. It's between 7 and 8, and local artists between 6 and 7. I haven't decided who it's going to be yet, but I'll post it. Now, the new show that I'm talking about, it's all new music. It's we're no news, no weather, no sports, no stopping from 8 until midnight, Saturday and Sunday night. Bill Smith, who's a big music blogger from Toronto, broadcaster, is going to take over that show, and he's our music director for the new music. So you're going to have 8 to midnight, stomping new music. Nothing, it's all brand new stuff.
Halton Hills Online, check it out. It's easy to do, www.haltonhillsonline. Today's show brought to you by our good friends at Tanner's Restaurant, 40 Eastern Avenue. Amazing food. The shepherd's pie is just to die for. They're at 519-853-5231. And you can order your takeout today. And hopefully soon we can all be at least sitting on the patios at some of these restaurants and enjoying a nice beverage with a burger and
wouldn't that
whatever.
Be nice?
Oh, that would be absolutely beautiful. Thank you to everybody for tuning in once again this week. We enjoy bringing you the show every single week from Lee's Garage with our Acton dinner jackets. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week.
Right on.
Be safe, everyone.
Cheers.
Have a great weekend.